Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been absolutely amazing. I loved the feedback I got on my last video, guys. You guys were really nice and supportive about the clips I put at the end of the video, and it made me feel more excited about playing the game and actually showing you guys some of my own gameplay. So thank you for that. And if you guys want me to continue to do that here and there, I will definitely do so. I'm going to start saving some of the really good clips that you guys can learn off of, and I'll go over them at the end of my videos. But anyways, today we have an absolutely juicy video, boys. Listen, boys, if anybody here is hungry, dehydrated, and you need to feed, look absolutely nowhere else, guys, because I got you today with that juice, that food. You are going to eat, be overweight, and overdosed on that juice today, boys. Woo, it's fiery. The drama coming from the Florida Mayhem after the releases yesterday is insane. Zappy's going on Twitter basically calling out all the Florida Mayhem management, saying they did not give him a chance in the trials, even though yesterday the Florida Mayhem said that every single player from Season 1 Mayhem competed in those trials, and the ones that were released were the ones that did not do good, or they were just better players than them. Well, guys, they lied. Seems like they didn't even give Zappy's a chance, and he felt unfair and mistreated about it, and he took to Twitter. Oh yeah, boys, it's juicy. And guess what? The Florida Mayhem management responded, and they started to beef with Stylosa. Yes, guys, the YouTuber Stylosa, who was part of the London Spitfire. They went back and forth. He basically called Florida Mayhem out hard as hell, which I completely agree with him. And Florida Mayhem, they tried to defend themselves the entire time, posting like 20 different tweets. It's honestly just insane, and I am completely disgusted with the Florida Mayhem. I've had a feeling for the past year now that Florida Mayhem wasn't the best organization. You could just tell from the outside looking in, but slowly as the season started to progress, little things started to come out from the org where you thought, wow, like, why is this happening? Maybe they could help the team out a little bit more here and there. All the other organizations have this. Why doesn't the Florida Mayhem? Why are they so far behind in this? And now it's just like, wow, Florida Mayhem, you guys are terrible. So we're going to cover that situation pretty much up and down. It's insane. If you're excited for this video, do not forget, pause the video, go drop a like on it. We shoot for 1,000 here, boys. And also, if you want to stay updated on all Overwatch League news, updates, content, drama, juice, be sure to click that red subscription box, turn post notifications on, and you'll never miss a video from me, guys. And now, without further ado, let's hop into it. All right, guys, let's get into this juicy drama from the Florida Mayhem. This is what Zappy's tweeted this morning. I don't know. I feel like I should clarify this. I didn't take part in Mayhem trials. I was told I could focus on Overwatch World Cup and had a chance to trial at some point. The trials were concluded while I was in Korea. No hard feelings, just good luck building your vision, fresh start. Down below he also said, a small punch back at them, I guess. But I still love the guys. I really have no resentment against Mayhem, and I wish Season 2 will be a new beginning for the squad. Now, this was a response to a tweet that Ben Spoont, the owner of the Florida Mayhem, tweeted out yesterday after people were wondering why all these players were released, specifically Manitin and Logix. Ben Spoont said this, a little insight into today's news which will shape the future of Florida Mayhem roster. For the month of August, we ran trials in North America, Europe, and Korea with over 50 players, including every single Season 1 Mayhem player. Every single? I don't know about that, Ben. No job was safe and everyone competed. Everyone competed? Doesn't seem like that, Ben. Straight up lying to the entire fan base of the Florida Mayhem and just anybody who cared about this. And also, this tweet indicates that the trials are 100% over. I immediately responded to this tweet and I said, this is shady. I'm definitely going to talk about it because this is shady and we're talking about it, boys. And then, of course, this got extremely juicy down below when Stylosa from the London Spitfire and YouTube responded and said this. What an absolutely disgraceful way to treat a contracted player. And then, this is what Interflame, the CGO of Florida Mayhem, responded with. What do you know? We actually offered him an important role that we feel would suit him next year. As someone representing another Overwatch League franchise, I feel like you should think twice about posting your opinions on other teams in the league off social. Oh my god, okay, Joe is way out of line here. First of all, buddy, this is disgraceful the way you treated him. You guys literally tweeted out that you gave everybody a chance. You lied. Zappy's did not get a chance. And now the fact that you're saying, oh, we offered him an important role that we feel would suit him next year, so you basically didn't give him a chance as a player and said, oh, well, we'll give you this opportunity over here to maybe be a staff member, but we're not going to let you try out and try to regain your spot like we did for every other single player. Are you kidding me, Joe? That is just pathetic. Let's go ahead and look at what Stylosa said in response to this and just round of applause to him before we get into it. He said, go back and read this tweet again. Seems clear-cut to me from his perspective. Failure to communicate with an established player on such a basic issue seems rather questionable. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Clearly, you have more info and the player is being selective on Twitter. If so, please enlighten me. Joe responds, our trialing process isn't finished. Oh, really? Because from what your owner tweeted yesterday, it indicates that it has finished and that every player got a chance. Well, every player didn't. You should know that we had to notify our players of our Season 2 intentions recently. We had every single intention of trialing Zappies. However, due to unfortunate timing of his World Cup group, we couldn't in this current round. Oh, so now there's multiple rounds. So you released all your players, but there's multiple rounds. This is ridiculous. So what he's saying is basically no one from the Season 1 Mayhem roster made it to round 2. You're telling me Manitin and Logix didn't make it to round 2? That's a load of bullcrap. And now it's starting to seem like maybe they didn't even give any of the players a fair chance and just wanted to get rid of them. Joe then continues to tweet and he sends like freaking 10 of them out. He says this: we also offered Zappies a spot that we feel plays to his strengths. Whether he takes it or not is naturally up to him, and he said he wants time to think about it. We will resume trials after the World Cup, and he will be one of the first players offered a trial. Oh my god, this is bullcrap, dude. Again, basically saying, yeah, we offered him a spot as a staff member or whatever the hell it is. We're trying to force him out of being a player. We don't think he's good enough, but we're going to give him an offer somewhere else and basically force him to quit the game without even giving him a chance to compete for a spot. And he'll probably be out of the league unless he gets another offer somewhere else to play. Regardless, I think that you could have reached out to me before throwing us under the bus on social. If you want to paint the whole picture, you only need to ask. Well, you aren't painting a very good picture here, Interflame. I mean, honestly, it just makes the Florida Mayhem organization look like trash. No offense to you guys, but maybe you should hire some new people or take some lessons from another organization on how to run your team, because this is no bueno. Then Zappies responded. He said, sorry, this was not my intention. I just wanted to clear up a small detail about my release. I feel so bad for this guy. He had to say this probably because he's scared of the repercussions of this. Maybe he didn't expect this much drama to happen, but it happened. And yeah, he seems scared of it, which is sad because he felt he had to tweet this out in order to be treated fairly. Then Stylosa responded, so trials are not concluded and will resume after the World Cup, and Zappies was given the chance to move into a coaching role. Maybe this should have been made clear in the first tweet, as based off that, only one conclusion can be made. 100% correct here, Stylosa. And then Joe responds and says this: there are always two sides of a coin. Regardless, the situation should clear up any doubt that anyone may have. It did not clear up any doubt that I had, Joe, because from what you guys said, the trials were over. No one publicly said, and nobody privately said, which is the biggest part of this, nobody said to Zappies privately that he would receive a trial after the World Cup. It seems like he never was going to, and that he was going to be forced into a coaching role because he had no other choice. The only reason he is now being offered a trial is because he came out publicly saying that he never got one, even though you guys stated he did. That shows that Zappies felt he had to go out publicly and say this because he was being mistreated. There is no denying this. There's no tweets you can make publicly trying to manipulate people. It is very clear what the intentions were and what happened here based off what Zappies said. So you can keep on doing your damage control, and sure, maybe a bunch of people will believe you and say, oh, it's not that bad, he's gonna get a chance now. No, the fact that he wasn't going to get a chance until he had to publicly come out and tweet it, that's sad. And that makes the Florida Mayhem organization look like crap. And the fact that there's been little things throughout the entire season that already made you guys look like crap, that leads me to the conclusion that you guys are just doo-doo. Straight doo-doo. Donkey crap. That's what it is. Sorry to tell you the truth here. It hurts. I know. I understand. But it is what it is, you know? And honestly, this is just going to hurt you guys because no player who has multiple offers should want to go to the Florida Mayhem over any other organization, even if you throw money at them, which it has been rumored that you guys do not put money out for your players at all. And like I said, guys, there's been multiple instances of Florida Mayhem throughout the season of them just not being a good organization, like the very first one of them going into the Overwatch League with 1 coach and 6 players, literally not wanting to pay for another sub or another coach. That's questionable. Oh, and also the fact that their house was literally an hour and a half away from the arena and that Tavik had to drive them daily to the arena to practice. You had your player driving every other player in a bus to the Overwatch League arena because you were undermanned and understaffed. And you also decided to rent a house that was that far away from the actual arena when every other team is like 10 to 20 minutes away, some even 5, probably because you guys wanted to save money and get a cheaper house. Sad. And if you guys don't believe me, let's go ahead and look at a clip of Uber talking about this like 6 months ago.
And lastly, they need coaches. They need more coaches.
Yeah.
They need a bigger coaching staff. Their coaching staff is 1 person right now from what we know, and that's not quite enough. I feel like the org really isn't supporting the team as much as they should.
So
Yeah.
I think Graham has us 100% great point there. I think you're right. They need more coaching staff. They also need someone so Tvik doesn't have to drive the team bus for an hour to get to the arena. And you know, they have no support.
Is that real
and
life?
every time they ask, no, this is actually real life. These guys live like an hour away, and every time they, let's just say like,
Wow.
they're tighter than a fish's butthole when it comes to money.
Dude, wow.
Oh, we got it.
Tavik is the most versatile player in the league.
Yeah.
Officially. Yeah,
He's doing it all, and
That's
he's
amazing.
Yeah, if this doesn't piss you off, I don't know what will. That's sad. From an organization that paid $30 million to get into the league. They can't even afford to get a house close to the studio, and they can't afford to get an extra person to drive the bus? What the hell, man? Oh, sorry, excuse me, not afford to. They definitely can afford to. They just paid that money to get into the league. They just don't want to because they're cheap as hell. From what I know, all the teams literally pay the players reimbursements for Ubers, whatever it is to get to the studio. And these guys have their team driving a bus an hour away to get to the studio. Wow, I'm speechless, guys. This is sad. And this was 7 months ago. I bet they make them pay for gas too, huh? Jesus Christ. Ugh. I know they're laughing about it at the time, but if you continue to look at the season of Florida Mayhem and where we are now, Florida Mayhem, you guys need to get your crap together. This is not good. And I just want to talk about one more thing with the Florida Mayhem and why they're just completely failing the team. So going into Season 2, we already know this, there's going to be mass player changes. Pretty much the whole team got cut. But what is interesting is that there is going to be pretty much no coaching changes that we know of so far, even though despite the players coming out and saying that their coaches were 100% absolutely useless. Let's go ahead and take a look at this clip from Logix a month ago, pretty much stating all these facts.
There's not like a set time where I can say like, oh yeah, that or that. It varies a lot. But quite frankly, we didn't really do much with Mayhem. Because Mineral, his style of coaching was mainly like very short term, I guess. Like he would do it between games. We didn't really go in depth in anything. He would just kind of say like his opinion of things, and then we would have to apply it. And then with Ryder was basically like, oh, we're not playing well enough for me to give feedback. Or like we're making too many basic mistakes. And he just kind of said that and didn't really go. There were some things that we went in depth on, but a lot of the times,
Hello.
we basically got told like we're making too many mistakes. And we have to fix those before we go in depth on something with Ryder. It was kind of weird.
So I covered this whole situation in a full video because there's a lot to talk about it, guys. And if you want to see that video, I'll link it down below. But regardless, you get the point from this. From Logic's perspective, the coaches literally did nothing. Now, this hasn't been backed up by any other player yet, but I'm sure it will as more time goes on and more of these players are released and feel comfortable saying what actually happened. So the fact that these coaches are still with the team and they're not going to go through a trial process or anything like that is pretty weird. And it seems like the management might be playing favorites. I don't know. This whole situation is just a complete mess. I don't know what the Florida Mayhem are going to do moving forward. They need to clean up their act though. Thinking about all this just makes me sad for the players. And you know, I'm glad most of them did get released, and I'm sure they'll join Overwatch League teams that will take care of them much better. Anyways guys, that's going to be the video. Be sure to leave a comment down below talking about all the juice. Let me know your opinion. Are you guys upset with the Florida Mayhem? Are you not for some reason? That would be a little weird. I don't know. Anyways, drop a like on the video. If you guys enjoyed it, subscribe. I upload videos like this every single day covering all news, all drama, anything Overwatch League. This is your channel. Turn post notifications on. You'll never miss a video. And I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you later tonight. Peace.